Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you 3 things that you can use to leave a great first impression on anybody you meet, anywhere, anytime. How many of you have had a conversation with someone you just met, 5 or 6 minutes into the conversation, they do something just remarkable. It amazes you. They say your name back to you in a comment. You know, like, hey Mark, you know, that's a really good point you brought up earlier. What is your first impression of a person who does that? Well, I know what mine is. It's, wow, he remembered my name. I'm so impressed. And 2 is, why can't I remember people's names? I'm so guilty of always asking, I'm sorry, what was your name again? Let's not do that, folks. Do you know what we're doing? We're too busy bombarding people with questions when we first meet them, and it's unfortunate. You know, what do you do? Where do you live? Where do you work? No, 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 no. Let's focus on the most important thing. What is this person's name? How can I remember this person's name? Very simply put, here's how it works. Hi, my name is Mark, and you are? My name is Kelly. Oh, hi Kelly, it's nice to meet you. Now tell me, is Kelly spelled with a Y or an I-E at the end? Oh, it's spelled with a Y. Oh, great. Well, nice to meet you, Kelly. What have I done just then? I didn't get off the subject of her name. I repeated it 5 times to embed it into my head, and I made sure that when the conversation continues, I will remember Kelly. Another example. Hi, my name is Mark. And you are? My name is Andrew. Hey, Andrew, nice to meet you. Do you go by a nickname like Andy? No, I prefer Andrew. Oh, okay, Andrew then. Nice to meet you. Again, repeat the name multiple times, maybe figure out a possible nickname to throw into the conversation, and that's how we remember names. Many times we'll meet people with a very peculiar name. Happens all the time here in Southern California, right? Hi, my name is Mark, and you are? My name is Audis. Audis. Wow, that's a very interesting name, Audis. How would you spell that? A-U-D-I-S. A-U-D-I-S. Audis. Well, nice to meet you. Repeated it several times. Had her spell it to me. Does it look awkward? Absolutely not. This is what we want to focus on, not anything beyond that. Let's move on to number 2. I've always mentioned to my clients that we want to focus on selling our sizzle and not our steak. Selling your sizzle adds a little passion to the answer that you're going to provide in any everyday occurrence. For example, if somebody asks you, what do you do for a living, which is very, very common, we could say, well, I'm an accountant. That's just steak. But you can kind of liven it up a little bit, stand out from the crowd, leave a good first impression. So what do you do for a living, Mark? Well, you know, it's a very interesting question you bring up, because when I was a little kid, me and my father used to build these little rockets, and we would shoot them up into the space all over the neighborhood. And I'll never forget the time when I shot my rocket and it landed and shot right into my neighbor's garage and exploded. Well, ever since that day, I was addicted to those things. I'm a rocket scientist now. Now, isn't that a lot more sizzly than, I'm a jet propulsion engineer. So we always want to take what we have and market it in a way that's very sizzly. So it makes you stand out and leaves a good first impression. Shows that you have a little bit of passion in you. Now, there's always the opportunity that comes up where you don't have a job that you like, and that brings me to my next point. Number 3 is be different. And don't ask people what they do for a living, because everybody does that. You want to try something a little bit more unique, a little bit more clever. Try this. What do you do for fun? Remember, people in general, and I think it's about 85% if I'm not mistaken, do not like their jobs. They go to work 40 hours plus a week. They commute 1 hour in each direction. They are looking forward to the weekend. The last thing that we want to do is what? Ask them what they do 40 hours a week that they almost practically loathe, that keeps them from their family and their friends. We don't want to be that person. So let's please step out of our comfort zone and expand our question a little bit, shall we? Absolutely.